Hey, howdy, hey. It's Cody Tudor doing a sterling mask collection, showing off all of my screen use masks that I've acquired over the years that are all featured in David Sterling's movies. I've got a pretty decent collection that I'm really proud of, something I've been wanting to show off for a while. I figure I've got just about the right amount to show that off for you guys. First thing I've got, I think this is the only thing I have that isn't screen worn, but it's still really neat. First one I got, this is the claw helmet. There was two different versions of these. This one was one of 13. I want to say the other one was 1 out of 25. Purchased this one direct from David Sterling himself. Sign it for me up there. The top of it's got the handprint. The handprint's pretty cool. The skull, I really like the skull. That's why I went ahead and got this one. And then I mentioned this. These are out of, I want to say there were 13 of them made, and I have number 3. Very cool. Artwork looks really good on this. It looks a lot better than I thought it was going to. I was pleasantly surprised. And then this didn't come by itself. It also came with a, what was a scythe, I think. Probably saying that wrong. It's got claw written on it. That's pretty neat. And these are both based off of the movies Claw 1 and 2. You can see he's got the helmet. Everything on that. And this next thing I got, this is the screen used Freddie Palmer mask from Axegrinder 3. This one was directed by Joe Sherlock and Joseph Vogeley. Filmed during COVID, I believe, so they split the movie in half over 2 different locations. This part comes off. That's really neat. I got Joe sign this one for me. That's very cool. And then just this part will rest back on there. Your little jester hat. And this next one I got direct from David Sterling himself. This is the screen-worn Freddie Palmer mask for Axegrinder 4 and 5. You see Freddie's been through it a little bit in this movie. Maybe on the back. Get that. Had Dave signed it for me. Forgot to show it, but this was the mask. So you can see it on the cover art for Axegrinder 3. And also this one looks a little different, but you can still tell that this is the Freddie Palmer for Axegrinder 4 and 5. Very neat. I really like this one. The blood and all the extra gore. Really neat. I like this one a lot. And this will be the last of the Axegrinder ones I have. This is from the newest Axegrinder 666 that just came out. It's neat. It's cast signed. This was one of 5, I think. This one's a magnetic mask and it's got a skull underneath. Very cool. David even signed it for me. Give you a better look at the skull a bit. Yeah, I like that one. And then I have one Axegrinder prop that isn't a mask. This is the axe from Axegrinder 4 and 5. Some blood on it, some dirt. Very neat. And then I have this collection. It's just a little bit bigger than the Axegrinder one. My Camp Blood collection. The first one I have is from Camp Blood 4. This one is signed by, I'm pretty sure, the entire cast. Well, this is probably the oldest mask out of the set, so it's definitely not as bright and shiny as it was when it was filmed. That just gives it a little more character now, doesn't it? Very cool. Slow down on the autographs in case anyone wants to try to notice anyone that looks familiar. I can't make them all out. And the next one I have is for Camp Blood 5. This one is also signed by, I'm pretty sure, the entire cast. This one, even though it's a darker mask, it doesn't look as weathered, so you can kind of make out the signatures a little bit better. Very cool. My next one has kind of been through the ringer, so it's not in as good a shape as the rest of them, but it is still very neat. And this is the mask from Camp Blood 666. This one's neat. The writer and director, not sure on that, so I'm just going to say director, Ted Mowing, signed this one. Very neat. It's got the cult symbol on there. As you can see on the back, it's kind of been through the ringer a little bit. Same thing on the front. I want to say this is the first one I've ever gotten. I think this is what started it all. I got this one direct from David himself also. This is the mask from Camp Blood 8, Revelations. Yeah, David signed this one for me. Some fake blood and whatnot on it. It's cool. I think it's the first one I got, or the first movie that started using the tongue, which is cool. And then this one actually still has the eyes on it. The other ones don't have eyes. Well, eyes on the mask, not the eyes that you'd be having once someone's wearing the mask. Very neat. I would say this one's probably one of my favorites for sure. And then just got this one recently. This is one of the masks from Camp Blood 666 Part 2. Haven't watched this one yet. Excited to check it out. This is cool. This is I think the only one I have, with the exception of the Axegrinder 3 mask, that it's a half mask. So that one is neat. And last but not least, this one is also from Camp Blood 666 Part 2. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't really say what this is used for. I have a hope for maybe why this mask was used in the movie, but I don't want to speculate and be wrong. But this one's also in there too. And this one looks very similar to the Freddie Palmer mask from Axegrinder 2. This one's neat. It's also got the eyes on it and a little... Yeah, that's my collection. If you guys have any questions about individual ones or anything, feel free to put it on there. And as you can see, I'm a big Sterling fan. Thank you so much, David, for hooking me up with all this stuff and all the years of entertainment.